I'm live. I had to switch to my phone. I'm not exactly sure why. Anyone out there? Hey, Janet. I I don't know why the internet is off, but I can use my phone, but I can't use my computer. I'm just not sure what happened. This is the first time I've ever used my phone, so I'm sure that I'm doing something crazy. Um, whoop. I'm trying to get this shared, but I'm sideways. Let me see if I can post that so everybody can find me. Okay, so hey, you did. Something happened to the computer. I'm not exactly sure what. I have never done this on the phone, although I have seen many people do it on the phone. And my computer is still spinning and saying I don't have internet. Let me get my chair turned around. Um, I wanted you to see what a pretty day I had. It's really pretty. So, I'm not sure how I'm going to keep up with chat, but I'm going to try. Um, so, this is life, right? You just never know. Hey, Krubby, how are you? I hope I can do this without falling out of my chair. Um, I've got I've got 3 chairs stacked up. And I guess I should turn my computer off so that it quits spinning. Because it's not going to go live. That way it doesn't interfere. So what are you guys all up to today? I haven't done a whole lot this morning. But I had so much going on yesterday. I got no packing done. I was on the road all day, I guess. I got something right there on my head. So Danny says she's finishing up sending emails from your giveaway. It's a rainy day here. Yes, I missed the first part, which was part of the giveaway. I came in the part about, I'm not sure. It seemed like I was missing something on the conversation. I felt like I needed to leave the room and come back, and maybe I'd understand what y'all were talking about. So I missed it, but like spots on the walls and curtains that were not straight. So I'm not real sure what I missed, but I'm sure it was something very vital to the conversation. Janet says, I'll be canning apple pie filling and going live at 4 Central. Oh, okay. I'll try to catch that. After I'm done here doing laundry, Gummy says, nice to be on with Linda and our friends. Hope y'all are having a great day. Y'all know, for those who don't know, Gummy is my sister. My true sister, not my YouTube sister. My true sister. But she has just started her channel. I finally talked her into it. I wished I had a stand that I could stand this thing up instead of holding it. We'll see how long that lasts. But her channel is mostly about RV, taking care of their autistic grandson, great grandson. She's showing some cooking. She actually cooks more than me. Yes. Um, so yeah, she cooks a lot more than me. Um, I don't know what I'm gonna. I gotta take this. I don't have one of those fancy gimbal things that Danny's got. Um, I'm gonna try not to shake y'all too much. I gotta take this out of that. Oh, y'all listen to that? That is, well, you can't see it. That is thousands of leaves falling and acorns falling on the tin roof. It's like there's a little wind, but there's no rain. Although we could use the rain, like most of us, we could use the rain. Um, so it's so nice here today. It's only like in the upper 70s. It's very, very nice. Um, I really should be out there cleaning up the garden. I did check the bees this morning. I didn't go in the bees. Hey, good morning, Chuck. How are you? If this is Chuck, I'm sure Blenda is at work, right? Um, so yeah, we're we're doing good. I've never heard Chuck be called Charlie. That's cute. Um, so yeah, yeah, it feels like, I mean, that sounds like somebody shooting something at me. But so yeah, I love fall. Love it, love it, love it. I love the weather. Well, my shirt's getting a little bit messed up here. So yeah, I like the cool weather. I'm happy that the hot summers are over. I just can't do summers anymore. I just don't want to do summers anymore. um, we had a nice visit with my brother from California. He's been gone for a couple of weeks now, so he's still on the road somewhere between here and California. I'm not real sure where. Um, I think they were going to be gone like 6 weeks, so he could be anywhere. Hey, nice to see you, rusty bent but not broken. How are you? Chuck is a comic character. His name is Charlie, so I call him Charlie. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you got to read. Oh, on the phone, you got to read fast or your messages go away. I didn't know that. So I'm going to have to read really fast or I'm going to miss something, y'all. So yesterday, who's in here? Six is in here. Yesterday, I'm still going through this dentist thing. They're supposed to be getting me some partial plates. And I thought, well, this is going to be the easy part, is the making the molds and stuff like that, because the dental surgery was not fun. And I thought anything is better. Okay, hey, Grubby. Anything is better than those shots they give you, especially the ones in front. Oh my gosh, I'm allergic to pain. So I go up there and he's like, "Are you ready for this?" And I thought, well, yeah, sure, it's going to be a breeze. It's going to be really, it's going to be okay. I can do that. So last week's, they had to do the bottom. Hey, Christy Betts, how are ya? So last week they did the bottom impressions and it took 3 times to get it right because he kept getting bubbles or something. He wasn't happy with it, you know. And they only have a few seconds to mix that stuff up and put it in your mouth. Hey, Maritza, how are you? So they did the impressions fine. I thought, okay, this week is going to be really easy. Now, for any who has been through this before, they know that it's not necessarily easy. They Oh, Christy says I had a reaction to the shots and started shaking really hard. Oh, you sure did have a reaction. Um, but thank goodness I wasn't. I thought, oh, no shots. This is going to be a breeze. Well, they put they had, my little sample ones and they put it in there. And so they put this purple stuff. This time it's purple. Last week it's blue. So this week it's purple and they have 2.5 minutes to get it on the form and stick it in your mouth. And they have to hold it for 2.5 minutes. so that it makes a good impression. And I thought, okay, good. So he started on the top, and 2.5 minutes, he's prying and he's prying and he can't get it off. It's stuck. He's got his fingers. I have a small mouth. He has his fingers in my mouth. He's trying to break the suction and he's yanking and pulling and wiggling, and I'm thinking he's going to pull the rest of these teeth without anesthesia, because I mean he's pulling hard, and I'm starting to get a headache here. Danny said home sent me, glad to support you. Have a great day. Oh, so he's pulling really hard, and I mean he's yanking, and my lip is starting. It's like, okay, I know that my lip is cracking, because I mean he's got his hand in my mouth trying to really break this loose. He worked for 10 minutes, and I mean it was really tough. And he calls his nurse, I need help in here. And you know what I thought? All in my mind is, they're going to have to call the fire department. I need the jaws of life, because this thing is stuck in my mouth. And if he doesn't get it out soon, I mean, they're going to have to knock me out, because I'm not going to be a happy camper. I'm about to come out of that chair as it was. The nurse is holding my head. It was very traumatic for me. I think my blood pressure shot up too. But it's very traumatic. And finally, I kept hearing, and I thought, oh, good, it's breaking loose, it's breaking loose. But it didn't. I mean, it was a solid 15 minutes before they got this. I don't know, it's a tray, I guess. And before they got it out, when they finally got it out, my face is swollen. I know that I've got a crack in my lip. And I mean, I felt like I had Botox. I guess I've never had it before, but it's like my lip felt so swollen, and I mean they had their hands up, two of them in my mouth trying to get this thing loose, and they had some kind of little spoon thing, and they were trying to break the suction. But I guess the palate of my mouth is really curved, so I have a big curvature. So I mean, the suction was there, and it held on to it. And it did not want to let it go. And so it gets done, and the whole time, I mean, there's tears running down my face, and I'm trying to be a big girl, and but it didn't hurt. It was very uncomfortable. It was, and I was getting a little bit panicked, thinking, how are they going to get this thing out of my mouth? Because it just seemed like it was going to be such an easy process. And he's a young he's a young dentist, probably, not 40 yet. Chrissy said, I have tried teeth pulled without anesthesia, had to make them stop, and went to another doctor. Oh yeah, I can't do that. No, I can't do that at all. So, but they finally got it loose, and this poor young dentist, he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I have never had this happen to me before. I don't know what happened. He said, and the whole time he's trying not to break the appliance, because then we'll have to start over from the beginning and make the appliance again. And I'm thinking, maybe I just ought to forget this. Maybe I'll just be snaggletooth from the goat that knocked my tooth out. Give me the gas when it comes to pulling teeth. Yes, sorry. The next time, they're going to have to knock me out. But hopefully we won't have to go through this again. So he said, now mind you, I drove an hour to get there. He says, you want to just call it a day and we'll do this another day? And I go, no, I'm here. Let's finish the bottom. And I thought, if the bottom gives me this trouble, if I get through this, I thank the Lord that I got through it. And the whole time it's like, please, please, please let it go good. He put that bottom one in, popped right out. It was easy peasy. And I could not believe it, but let me tell you, I had a function yesterday. We had a Taste of Warren County, where our local restaurants bring food to our Chamber of Commerce lawn, and we have a picnic of the local fair. And they do, a little marketing and passing out their cards and things. So we had that last night, and I have to go because I'm on the board of directors for the Chamber of Commerce. So, I'm obligated to be there. And I thought, oh, if my mouth is so swelled, and I had ice on it the rest of the day, and I honestly looked like a chipmunk, but it was in the middle of my mouth. So yeah, it was not really a pretty sight, but it did go down. And I have you that about 7 o'clock at night, the dentist called me. And he said, "Are you okay?" He said, "I just want to make sure." Christy says, "I went to my first goat and sheep auction a week ago. I was ready to take the paddle, then smack the animals. I behaved though." Yeah, it's hard to turn down some of those cute animals. So he calls me, and he said, "I am so sorry." And he's still apologizing. I never had anything like that happen, and he was apologetic, and he said, "How does your face look?" And he didn't come right out and say, "Did I bruise you, or did I leave marks on you?" He said, "How does your face look?" And I said, "I'm good. The swelling's gone. I just have one little spot that might be a bruise. The puffiness has gone away." So I tried to reassure him, because he really is an excellent dentist, and he's been really, whoop, I got to be. He's really an excellent dentist. Oh, geez. Come on. Now, that's probably one of my bees, because I changed the sugar water this morning, and it's probably coming down here. I'm smelling like sugar water, and it's wanting to suck on my face. But yep, it's one of my bees. But anyway, so I got through that. So if all goes well, next week they'll have the actual uh, partials that I can try on. And oh my goodness, it's gonna bite me. Jeez. Oh, I can't get. I'm gonna have to go in the house if it keeps on. So anyway, if all goes well, we'll actually, I can replace those teeth the goat knocked out. And but it has been an ordeal. I don't know how many of y'all have ever gone through that. And I've heard that it's just easy to do the whole thing, not try to save all the extra teeth. But, and, I wanted to save my teeth. Is that wrong? No, I don't think so. But after going through this, and when he says, "Are you ready for this?" There's a reason he said that, because it's not fun. It's not fun at all. But I mean, it just didn't hurt. It was not fun. So, you know, I wish I could have videotaped them trying to get that sucker out of my mouth. Honestly, I should have said, "Can you wait just a minute? I need to turn my camera on." But he probably didn't want anyone. Yeah. I mean, it's funny now, but it wasn't funny when I was sitting in that dentist chair and I was peeling the naugahyde off the handles of the elbow handles, and tears are running down my face, and I'm thinking, how in the world am I going to get this thing out of my mouth? You know, I may have to be drinking out of a straw for a long time. So today it's not too bad. I'm still a little bit swelled right there that's where the bruise was at. But I don't know. I mean, he's probably going to have a story to tell his dentist friends about this. But I told him, I said, "I must be your worst patient." And he said, "No, actually, you're my best, because you haven't complained." Well, I didn't complain to him, but I complained plenty to myself that it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be. But, we'll hope that next week is going to be better. I got to go next Wednesday, so that means my live chat will be late, probably, because I probably won't get back from Augusta before noon, unless it goes really well, and I'll be able to show off. But anyway, that's been my ordeal for the last couple of days. That's enough. I have plenty of things to do to get ready for fall. Oh, I did. I'm going to make some not elderberry, goldenrod powder. Have y'all ever made any goldenrod powder? I want to use it as an additive to my soaps. I've been reading about it, and Miss Teresa from the channel Old Ways at I'm gonna get it wrong. Old old ways of gardening. Dadgummit. But you know who I think y'all know who I'll put her link in here later. I'll go. Um, she gave me some good advice, and she has done a video on collecting goldenrod. But she gave me some really good dehydrated. Yes, I'm going to dehydrate it. And I wasn't sure if I needed to use old ways gardening and prepping. Yes, thank you very much. I had a brain freeze. It must have been that stuff I went through yesterday. So, see, I did get some damage. It was my memory. But anyway, she told me that I needed to do 50% flowers and 50% leaves in my powder, because there's medicinal properties in both, and you wanted an even balance. And that was the thing I wasn't sure. Is it all flowers or is it all leaves? So she answered that question for me. She was really great. I emailed her and she emailed me right back, and she was just really sweet about helping me. And then I found her video that, hey Boatman, I guess I missed it. I'm missing this thing comes up and goes away really quick. If I look away, then I miss something. But she was really really helpful, and I watched one of her videos this morning, and she was making liquid soap for your body or even your hair, and it just seemed like that's something I want to try. I have used the soap bars that I make on my hair. You wouldn't know it because it's all sticking up, but I make it do that on purpose. So I would like to do some liquid soap, and she she's just really good at what she does. She knows she definitely knows what to do. So, if y'all haven't checked her out, I'll put her channel below after I'm done here, so you can go check out some of her videos. And she was the grand prize winner for the hashtag. Um, See, I got another brain freeze. What was that one? She won the grand prize for Gale Southern Living. Her collaboration. She won the grand prize. So she is getting all of these. I know. I know. So she's opening the gifts, and honestly, this lady really deserves winning this grand prize. She is such a sweet lady. She has a world of information. She got a dehydrator from someone, and I don't believe it was from the collaboration, but she got a dehydrator. She's gotten cash and gift cards, and she wants to buy 6 more trays for her dehydrator because she dehydrates a lot of stuff, and handmade things. And I mean, she's getting some really great gifts. So if y'all aren't, t- um, if you're not following her gift opening, Fall Fest 22 giveaway. Okay, now it came to me. It's sooner or later. I was part of that. I should have remembered it. So she's going to get more than 40 gifts. I can't remember how many channels were actually part of that. Danny was probably part of that too. But so she's opening all these great gifts, and she is so excited to get this handmade bonnet. And it reminded me of my grandma Pope. When we were growing up, she never was seen without a bonnet. Honestly, I didn't know she had long hair until one time she was brushing it and braiding it, and then she would make these little cornet rolls on her head because it was very thin hair. But she wore this great little bonnet, and it was had a big bill in the front of it. It was a cool bonnet. But Teresa got one of these bonnets, and she was so excited about this. I mean, she was excited about all the gifts, believe me. But for some reason, this bonnet was really exciting her. And it was pretty. It was really a pretty little bonnet. So it was useful. It was the way you would think, okay, or y'all probably all remember a Little House on the Prairie, and those little girls wore those type of bonnets. That's the type of bonnet she got. Still here, putting up dishes while listening. Teresa is great. Yes. I love her. She is just, and she goes out and she does all of her canning and dehydrating. She has like a shed that she goes to. Hey, Verna, it's nice to see you. And I mean, she goes to this little shed and she does all of her um, canning, making, whatever she's making, tinctures and salves, and she does it all in this little shed. So she has to, I don't know how far she has to go. So it's probably on her property, but I mean, the way she talks, she has to go up to the house or down to the shed. So it's not connected to her house, but she's got a really nice setup and she can make her videos there. She makes them out in the yard. I mean, I can't say enough about her channel, and she's not a big channel. She's a new channel, but it doesn't mean that she's not been doing this all her life. So she just sharing it with us now. So I do love her channel, but and the gifts she's getting, I mean it's really sweet the way how excited she is to get them. Teresa was so supportive of me during my sister's illness and passing, meant the world. Was she? And see, I just discovered her maybe a year ago. But then you know how it is, you get so many and you kind of lose contact and you don't see enough videos, and it's like all of a sudden she stood out to me. And and I think maybe it was another collaboration before this that when I really, and it may have been on Gail's. So it's like all of a sudden I've been subscribed to her, and why have I not been watching her? Because she is just, she's just so knowledgeable. But anyway, I know probably most of you know her, but it doesn't help. But I mean, when I asked a stupid question, it really wasn't stupid to her, but to me, it's like I should know this, that you use 50/50. Have anyone ever dehydrated cactus flowers? I know Lisa at Lazy Days, I think it was her that made cactus flower jelly. But I don't want to make jelly. I want to dehydrate the flowers and again make powder for my soaps. And I did see someone take the whole paddle of the cactus, which I'm not really looking forward to that because it's got some big old spines. And they scooped the jelly out and they dehydrated the jelly and made the powder for the soaps. And I've seen them take the whole thing and grind it up and use powder for the soap. So I don't know which way is really best, or one is better than the other. But I think the jelly might be made out of the big flower bulbs before they turn to a flower. But I didn't know if any of y'all had ever made any of the cactus flower jelly. But I don't have one of those, but my neighbor across the street has a big one, and those blooms and those big bulbs are just staring at me every day, and I'm thinking, I bet he'd just give me those, but I'd have to have, like, those gloves that you wear when you are cleaning fish. I'd probably have to wear those and be very careful because those are some nasty spines on those things. Prickly pear, that's what they are. Prickly pear. But I know they're nutritious. So, am I still got anybody in here? I got something on here that I can't get rid of. I don't know what it is. It's like it's supposed to have been my picture, but I had my head sideways. I had my phone sideways, and it took my picture sideways. So I'll have to go erase that. That's okay. You can listen. I'm just babbling on. Yeah, but I just wondered about that cactus. You know, what would happen if we didn't have a grocery store? We'd have to figure out what type of foods that we could eat. Now, Teresa at Springfield Ridge, she is very knowledgeable about healing plants and plants that are edible. She's really knowledgeable about foraging, and she's been teaching a lot of people about it. But I haven't been going out in the woods yet. I got a lot of things to take care of. Danny says I haven't personally made it, but I've had Miss Lisa's prickly pear jelly. So she was the one that made it. Yeah, I was thinking that that's the one. Got to go. We have rain coming, and I've got a few things to get done. Okay, Christy, thanks for coming in so much. I don't know how long I'll be able to sit here and hold this phone. After your hand goes numb. Chuck says, sorry, been getting a few things done here in the kitchen, so Belinda don't come home and whoop me. Yes, yes, that's right. When she comes home, she doesn't expect all that like a pile high of sink dishes and I mean, I wash my cup out and I reuse it a couple of times. I just go ahead and wash it out and reuse it. But my husband will get a new glass every time he comes back in the house because he's let his tea get watery. Well, he'll toss that one in the sink and get a new one. So I go through a lot of glasses, and they're plastic. They're not really glass. Danny says I have two more people to hear back from, and then I can't get to making out envelopes. Everything else is done. Oh, good, good. Well, yeah, we got just waiting to get all the giveaway stuff situated. It is, it seems like a lot of, I guess, someone who wins something, you're only worried about that one thing. But if you have a giveaway and you got 50 items, one of those big marathon giveaways, I mean, I've seen some of those and they give away 20, 30 items, and it's a lot of work. It is yeah, it's a lot of work to get them sorted, get them packaged up, and make sure you got the right one with the right person and you got all the addresses. So, anyone who's not done a giveaway like that, oh my gosh, 36 items? I really missed it, didn't I? Yeah, that I was suffering with my fat mouth, and so I guess I took a nap. Probably needed it. But so yeah, it's a great deal of work. Great deal. I was trying to read that before it disappeared. Boy, this is like a challenge to read those comments before they disappear. I didn't know they did that. Um, but I also didn't know I could go live on my phone when my computer is just spinning. So I don't know what the deal is there. Gummy Doodle says rinse out those glasses and set them back for Rick to reuse later. Yeah, see, that's it. He won't take them out of the drain board though. He will not take them out of the drain board. You have to wash them, dry them, put them back where he got them. Yeah. Danny said, and most things was donated, so I got 36 addresses and had to make sure they all got to the right people. Yes. Yes. Isn't it wonderful? Now, I guess I don't do a lot of giveaways. Um, So maybe that's why my channel doesn't grow very fast. Chuck says my son will come to the kitchen with about 10 glasses from his room. Yes! Oh my gosh. I used to find them under the bed, on the nightstand. I mean, that and socks. I found those things like randomly. Where did they come from? And you just go through the house and find it. Oh, you can put your finger on the screen and scroll and make the chat come back. Really? Okay. Thanks for telling me that, Danny. I didn't know that. Something I've learned. Now I just need to know how to get rid of this thing. I've got this thing right here. and it's like a little banner with a whole bunch of my pictures, and it says, "Do you want to be normal? You want to beam, or you want to blush, or pop, or crush, or glow?" Well, I just want to be normal. Oh, yeah, you said I didn't either. I had to be told. Yeah, that's another one of the things great about the YouTube community. Whether you're homestead or yarns or coins or whatever, try it. Glow. Okay, I'm gonna try push glow. Oh, it makes me lighter. Okay, Gummy says cell phone's a pain because I had to figure out how to comment again, so I'll be listening along. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, so I can make myself darker. Oh, I look better that way. Now I don't look so washed out. Um, I want to be normal too, Miss Linda, but I'm not holding my breath. Uh, you know, what's normal? We all have a different normal. What's normal for me is not going to be normal for Mr. Chuck. Um, yeah. So, we are the best we can be with what we have, I guess. And, we all live in different circumstances. We all have had different lives. But yet here we all are together on YouTube, chatting like we've been friends forever. So, yeah, that's kind of nice. But yeah, I pushed that and it said, now I'm pop. And I pushed it and it just made me a little bit darker, which it kind of took the glare. Yeah, we're glad we have you too. Um, I never thought I would have personally no YouTube friends. And I met a lot in Kentucky, and I met a lot in the Gulf Coast meetup that I went to. I'm not going this year, but she said that works. Thanks, Gummy. Um, yeah, but all those little choices are still there, so I don't know how to. Oh, geez, there's a lot of them, but I don't know how to get rid of them. They're just, you know, I'm looking sepia now and silver. I didn't know there was that many choices, but I don't know how to get rid of them. I tried to scroll and it just gave me more choices. But anyway, so it doesn't matter because I guess I'm the only one that sees it. Um, so the rest of the day is getting another room emptied out. We're still waiting on the kit for the refinishing the bathtubs. And now he has brought out the sink out of the barn. We got this sink. We've had it as long as we've had the two bathtubs. And one of the bathtubs has claws. It looks like a bird's claws. The other one is really smooth. So I don't know which one is the oldest, really. Maybe the claw one. That's where it got its name, Clawfoot Tub, I guess. But so I don't know until I flip the bathtubs over which one I'm going to like as far as the shape, because they're both shaped differently. And so I'm just going to refinish them both at the same time. But we're having trouble finding the kits. None of the stores locally, which is really Ace Hardware for us, but we have to drive an hour to Augusta to find Lowe's or Home Depot. And I've been to both of those stores, and they're like, "Oh, we don't carry those anymore. You have to order those online." So after two stores, I just told him, "Okay, you're just going to have to order them because there's no way, there's no way that I can just keep running and running and hunting for them." So now he says, "Well, I need to have at least two of them because now we have a sink to do, and you know, you always have leftover. You always do." Um, I've seen the kits. So, and this sink is really kind of cool. It is a vintage cast iron sink. It has two drain boards, one on each side, and each side is about at least 18 inches. Um, I haven't measured it yet. I got to go down and measure and take some pictures of it. It's sitting over there with the bathtubs. Um, But so there's a drain board, but there's only one sink in the center. Instead of it being a double sink, there's only one sink. But I'm kind of anxious to get it done because I want I want that I want it to fit where I want it to fit, right in front of the window. It's got to go back in front of the window. When they remodeled the kitchen, they moved the sink and now it's just facing a wall. Well, you can't see anything when you're washing dishes. Do y'all do that? Do you stand there and you wash a little bit and you glance out the window? That's where I got my daydreaming uh, name, is that I was always daydreaming out the window. But so I got to have my sink back. Yes, you do that too. Yes. Hey, Annie's Kitchen and Urban Homestead. How are you? Oh, it's 12:30 a.m. from Perth, Australia. Oh my goodness. That's about the time I go to bed most of the time. And so I know how late that is, and we're glad that you stopped by anyway. Um, so does that mean that you sleep late in the morning when you go to bed that late? Danny says, I finally got rods to have a real curtains in my kitchen window and I'm pretty excited. Yes. Hey, Glenn at How to Garden, how are you? So nice to see you again. How is the Florida weather? Probably doing as good as us. Well, I don't know. You might have rain. The rain's not going to get to us. You can see behind us how pretty and sunny it is today. Um, and he's no usually up around 8 a.m. So your biological clock says you're getting up at 8 regardless of what time you go to bed. Yeah. Uh, when my night is broken up, sometimes my predator camera goes off all night. Just something's in front of it and I have to actually turn it off. It's like, okay, that's just raccoons. And oh, good weather, better than normal. Cooler. Okay, good. Good to hear that, Glenn. Um, it's hard. I try to watch weather where I know I have friends, and but I can't do that anymore because I know people all over the country and other countries. So it's kind of difficult unless there's just a really bad weather storm coming in. We always look at the Gulf Coast and coming over Florida, because those, and sometimes they come across Charleston and Savannah. So those do actually affect me sometimes with just rain and wind, but never the extremes that they have on the coast. So I'm a couple hours away from that. So I kind of fall out of that. So let's see. Do I have anything new? Oh, for those who have not seen my mail call yet, I got to show you what Leanne sent. Some of you have already seen it. But these bowl cozies, now I made probably 20 sets of them a couple of years ago, and I have given them all away. I didn't keep one set for myself. I didn't even keep one for myself. And but they are really nice, and these are really good size ones. Uh, we could put a big old bowl of chili in that. And there are four of them. Now the ones I made, you did put them in the microwave, but these, she said, don't put them in the microwave. So and what that means is um, either the fabric or the lining or the thread is not 100% cotton. If it's all 100% cotton, then you can put it in the microwave. But if any one of those things is not, they could catch fire because they have polyester in them, and that's like fire starters. But so I have three that have this really pretty like water droplets, but each one of them have different backing, which is really nice. I like polka dots too. And this one looks like a little watercolors almost. So she did a really nice job, and I was excited about winning Soup Timber. Um, so I won a gift off of her, Soup Timber. I have a couple of others coming, but I didn't want to wait too long because she deserves her own mail call. So I got that over the weekend and got that taken care of. If I wait too long, then I put it off and put it off, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's been 2 weeks. I should have done that. And that's how you forget things is you wait too long. So if you don't just stop and do it right then it's too long. So, but looks like the wind is quit. It's quit now, and I really should go over there and get my son's shoe. The dog's chewing his shoe. Yeah, I should do that. Because the bad thing is, he's probably listening. But I found out that I can't come down to his house and do a live stream without him knowing. Can't do anything around here without busting myself out. So yeah, his dog is actually chewing on one of his shoes. He's teething, you know. Hey, Multi Hunter, hope you're doing well. And everybody in the chat, let's see. Oh yeah, there's my dentist checking on me again. It is nice that he felt like he made some pain here, and so he's checking. Um, so yeah, but that's what it is. Can y'all see the pond right there? There's the pond. It is a nice day. I should even go fishing and just forget about packing. Um, I should. I should just forget about it. Oh, Danny says, sorry, I'm not chatty, filling out cards for the sticker packs. Oh, that's okay. Hey, woman outdoors. Um, and LB, see, I'm missing people. That's what happens when you're on your phone. But anyway, that's my little pond. It has catfish. It has, we restocked it a couple of years ago. It has smallmouth bass now and has some shell crackers, some crappie or crappie. Some people call it crappie. Um, so we do have some perch. So we have stocked it with a little bit others. Fishing is always a good thing to do. Absolutely. Even if I catch them and release them, I mean, just the thrill of pulling one in, it's always nice. So it's not a very big pond. You can see it's not. It's got ducks on it right now. I love the crappie too. Um, I grew up in Oklahoma and we fished a lot because we wanted to eat. Um, so we ate everything that came out of the pond, and of course we always had catfish, and we didn't have a stream nearby, so we didn't have any trout. But oh, thank you. We had when we first got here, it was so overgrown you couldn't really see the pond. And there was a few snakes that I wasn't real happy with. There was some water moccasins out there. Um, but the ducks stay on the pond, and there's a couple of turtles in there, so they do run them away. Gummy says Ricky didn't want to let you forget. Maybe sneak a half an hour for fishing. She's laughing at my husband because he always says every time I go fishing or I take the kids fishing, he say, "You're not keeping them, are you? You're not keeping my fish. Put them back. I don't want to eat my fish." He's saving them for a rainy day, I guess. So when he's not here, if I want to eat fish, so if I want to eat fish, that's what I do is I go catch them and clean them and eat them before he gets home because he doesn't want to know. And if I fix fish for supper, he'll say, "These aren't my fish, are they? I can't eat my fish." But he doesn't know. Sometimes he eats them, and I gotta say, what do you think? I love me some catfish too. That's probably one of my favorites because you don't have to clean the bones. Um, you can fillet them out and get perfectly with no bones. Um, I do remember as a little girl, I mean, we ate turtle, we ate turtle, soft shell turtle. Um, but I remember all of us little ones, and there was at least four of us small enough that we had to have our fish. My mother would pick the bones out, and she would have little stacks, just little stacks of fish, and she didn't give any of us any of it until she cleaned it, and she made sure she had all of the bones out of it, so she would have these little stacks of fish meat for each one of us. And like I said, there was at least four of us smaller ones that had to have had that done. And when she was finished, then she would give. Never had turtle before, but what's it taste like? I think, I don't know. It's been a long time. I think it probably would taste like. Hey, Sandy, and Al. I think it would taste like chicken. I don't know. Maybe. Somebody here that's eaten turtle more recently. I was a little girl. It's been a long time since I had turtle. But she would not let any of us eat the fish meat until they were completely free of bones. And I don't recall ever getting a bone as being little, but she never ate before us, and she would clean those little bones out, and we would get our little stack of meat. Now we never got, extra, because if there was extra, the adults got it. Probably not her, because by the time we all ate, it was all gone. That I know, it is so sweet. We appreciate those little things that our mothers did when we were little. We didn't really think anything about it except our hungry bellies. And I said many times, if we didn't fish or hunt or grow a garden, we didn't eat. There was no grocery stores, and she made breads. We get more perch than anything. Oh, you do? Um, yeah, our perch we restocked, and so we haven't really seen any good sized perch yet. Um, the Now the smallmouth bass are having babies because we got some just recently this little. So I know they're having babies because it's been 2 years since we put them in there. So so we are seeing them, but it has more catfish in there, and these are probably mud cats. They probably don't taste as good as some of the others, but they still taste good to me because I like catfish. I like fresh pond raised catfish more than the some of the stuff you get in the restaurants. It's good catfish usually if it's cooked right, um, cooked crispy. I like real crispy. I don't like you know I don't like it not crispy. Um, but yeah, so we're hoping to get something a little bit bigger in the smallmouth bass this year. Um, oh, you're going to do some ice fishing, Woman Outdoors. Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun, ice fishing. And what kind of fish do you get when you do ice fishing? How are you doing, Al's Epic Family Life? I know when it passed by here, I just barely saw you pass by, and I haven't figured out the phone thing too well yet. I got 16 thumbs up, you guys. That's good. Thank you. Sometimes it does help. YouTube does recognize those algorithm things. I really don't try to figure it out. And I really don't watch my numbers very well either. And maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. Yay, thanks. But I actually looked the other day, and it was 659, was it? So yeah, I'm growing slow. Good. I'm glad you're doing good. Um, so I really didn't start the channel to become rich, and that's probably most of us. We didn't. That wasn't our ideal, why we started sharing the channel. If you don't look, it goes higher. Yeah, I think you're right there, because the my craft channel, and I haven't really. It's just I'm doing stuff I like to do, and it's almost 400, and I haven't even, and a lot of those are the same 600 and some people from this channel. So they are very supportive of my second channel, but that's where you're going to do most of my crafts, and I'm putting the remodeling of the farmhouse on there. I'm trying to leave the rescue one for the animals, but they're just so cute. The little goats, and we'll be having little baby goats here soon. Um, we'll have them again in the spring too for a few of them. But I try not to have winter babies if I can't help it. But sometimes they have other plans. So speak. Danny says, "Speak for yourself. I'm trying to get rich." Yeah, you look at those great big old channels that are 800,000, and they might get a couple of $100 a month. Who knows? I mean, I've never checked it out, but I've heard that some of them really don't make a lot of money because when people watch their videos, they're not watching them all the way, and they're not letting the ads run. They're getting rid of the ads, and I've done that before. If I want to get to the last of it before I forget to make my comment. So yeah, but I try not to. If I'm listening out in the yard and I don't say anything, it's because I'm working. But and then later I may make the comment. So I never hit the thumbs up until I make the comment. Otherwise, I forget who I've made the comment on. Danny Day says, watched your $5 meal video this morning. Uh, Al, I enjoyed it and loved everything on a budget. Hey, we all live on a budget, don't we? I mean, some of us have bigger budgets than others, and some have bigger pantry than others, um, and some have no pantries. No prepping. I do have I do have some in my pantry, but my pantry is tore up right now, so it's all in a box right now. Boxes. Hey, Leanne, we were just talking about you earlier. Your ears must have been burning. I was showing them your gift, and they all love it. I know they do. Yeah, so I won't get rich, but you know what? It's been fun, and I've met a lot of really nice people. I never thought I would be comfortable making videos. So, oh, yeah, eggs at $4.92 a dozen. Oh, you're kidding. Oh my goodness. I haven't bought an egg in 6 years. So I've been lucky enough to have enough chickens to have eggs for the kids if they want them. And if I have too many and I don't sell them, then I just scramble them up and give them back to the chickens, shells and all. Danny says, I'm not a farmer, but I'm so proud not to have to buy eggs in 3 years. Yes. So, I mean, that's good. Because once you start eating fresh eggs, it does make a difference. It does. Um, and baking, even though I don't bake a lot because my kitchen's tore up, but you're getting some chickens. Okay. So I probably have about 30 hens right now, but I have downsized a lot in the rooster department, so I'm really not trying to hatch them. And darn it, if they're not hatching them, well, they're molting right now. But the ducks, I came up with 9 ducks last week, and here I got rid of all the ducks, I thought. So apparently she was hiding them. Leanne says, I'm ready to buy my own chickens, but people just give me their extras. Hey, I mean, it takes a little investment in the beginning to have a few chickens. But see, 4 chickens are enough for a household of 3. Um, I have enough for 4 households. And occasionally somebody will say, do you have any extra eggs? And my daughter takes them to work with her, and there's a couple of gals that like fresh eggs. And of course, they'll probably want more in the fall for baking. And that's when, of course, we know the ladies quit laying. At least the older ladies do. So I have some chickens that are 6 years old, and they may have stopped laying. I saw you laughing at me being goofy, meant to say hello. Oh, there you're talking to somebody else, not me. So yeah, I love my chickens, and I definitely did. scale down. Leanne, tell everyone, or if you want to drop a link, you can, of um, the collaborations you have going right now or that you're involved in. I don't mind that, because today my brain has cells missing or something. It's just I haven't been able to think of anybody's names today. It had to do. It has must have done that dental trauma yesterday. It just messed with my brain. Pumpkin whoopie pies. Oh my goodness. Yes, definitely. Any kind of whoopie pies, but pumpkin bread whoopies are. And see, I will eat pumpkin all year long. I'll eat anything pumpkin, but not everybody in my family likes, pumpkin coffee and lattes and, pies and cookies, and we could just go on and on. But, and I'll eat the sweet potato ones too. Um, Definitely sweet potato. So, all right. So but yeah, Sandy, I'm telling you, and I've got Sandy seeds um, this next growing season. I'm going to get the seeds in. Oh, hey, Ruth. I'm going to get the seeds. Sandy sent me a bunch of different kinds of seeds, pumpkin seeds, and I'm so excited. She had like, I don't know, 80 some pounds of pumpkins last year. Not this last growing season, the year before, I guess. So I've got a spot for them now in the orchard, and I'm going to put my pumpkins out, and what we don't eat, the animals will eat. So, I mean, it'll be fun growing them. It'll be fun. So I'm ready for them this year. So, but I guess I'll get off of here and let you guys get back to your day. Yeah, I can't wait. Let you all get back to your busy days. Thanks. Oh yeah, go ahead and drop those playlists. I won't leave until you do that, Leanne. Um, I would love to do a another recipe on a collaboration, but my kitchen's all tore up. Thanks, Glenn. I appreciate it, everybody. Um, I'm glad you all came in. Even though I couldn't get my computer working, I still managed to get my phone working. I have to work on that. I'll figure it out one day. One day. Yeah, Ruth's telling everybody hi, and I'm about to leave. I'm so sorry you missed it, but I come every Wednesday. I try to be noon. So, and I'll try to put it up so that you'll get a notification. Uh, I hadn't quite figured all that out yet, but I'm still working on that too. Got a lot of tech stuff I got to work on. Now Sandy's gonna be you're gonna be heading back to Arizona soon. Because it's starting to get cold. It seems like 6 months has gone by really fast. Oh, maybe March. Mm. So yeah, but next week. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I thought I had heard you say that it was getting time to go back. It seems like it's a lot of preparation. You got to prepare for a month before you make the trip back. But I know the it's worth leaving for the winter. I don't, I don't do cold. Thank you, Leanne, for everybody. So I guess we will see y'all next week. If you can stop in, that's great. If you can catch it on replay, that's great. Don't forget the thumbs up. And I'll see you later. Bye now. How do you stop it? Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate it. Bye, everybody. Nice pond. That's where I'm going to be, I think, this afternoon. Bye, Verna. Hope you got your shopping done. I got something coming in the mail to you. Oh, hey, my precious yarnery. Thank you for coming in. Maybe we'll catch each other again, though. I do it every Wednesday. Lunch chat. Bye, guys. Where's the stop button?